Good morning. AliceBrownLadyV here, bringing you yet another Dollar Tree haul.
Got a couple of really interesting finds in this video.
Yes, we did.
I hit the office section and got some stuff that I hadn't bought before that I was very excited. And Alice happened to find some new floral items.
Yes, excited.
Yo, real quick, I changed the lighting with the ring light that we just recently got. It's might be on the darkest setting, and I was hoping that I wouldn't come across as pale as Casper, but since I recently just re-dyed my hair, even darkening the light did not seem to help. So I'm sorry.
So we have Alice Brown, ghost. We have Alice Brown and Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Well, we always did know that Halloween was my favorite holiday. Yep. So okay, so what are we gonna start with? Do we want to start with the office stuff?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So the first item we're gonna haul, you've already seen because I bought this a couple hauls back, and I will link that video so you can see that Alice was going to steal it.
She hid it from me. I haven't seen it since.
I hid it, and
sold
so I found another one. It took me forever. I kept going to all the Dollar Trees, and I was looking and looking and looking. They had the polka dot one, but she didn't want the polka dot one.
No,
she wanted this one. It took me forever, and then finally I found it. I went searching through the box full of these, and it was the bottom one.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
So Alice now has hers, and I don't have to worry about mine getting stolen until she loses hers, which will happen.
Probably.
All right, next item. I picked these up because also in several of our past Dollar Tree hauls, you will remember that we picked up dry erase boards to go onto the fridge in the kitchen and keep everybody organized. They're all magnetic. And we recently picked up an even longer one that was a do now and do later to help with the family projects around the house that nobody would get confused or feel pressured that something needed to be done. Yeah, it's better to prioritize. But we only had black markers, and you need a lot of color in your organization and your to-do list. So pick these up.
No, I'll be writing in purple from now on, right?
I know.
Okay.
I was thinking we could put the major products or projects on in red, and then the do later could be blue, and then all your stuff would be purple. Okay. And I will of course stick to black because black is my happy color. It is. It's the best color. It's so warm and welcoming. It just envelopes you in a hug as soon as you fall into it.
It's the classic timeless classic color.
Continuing on,
she's just embracing her inner Morticia, that's all.
I am. Morticia is my role model. So next, in the office section, I found some really pretty markers. And I did not realize this until Alice pointed it out like 2 seconds before we sat down to film, that these are scented markers. They are color scents. Which now means I get to open every single one of these. Yes. We get to sit here on camera, open markers, and sniff them. Yes, people, we are sniffing markers on camera. Children, don't do this unsupervised. That's weird.
It's supposed to be a lime. Just barely.
This is
strawberry.
Some type of berry. Blueberry, maybe?
Yeah. Blueberry, blackberry, one of them.
Oh yeah, blackberry is black. Yeah, they're very faint.
Yeah, they're not strong at all.
Woo, that's a strong grape.
Ooh, yeah.
Again, children, don't do this unsupervised. But anyways, I thought since we had recently...
You know what? They make these things for kids. What do they think is going to happen? Come on.
I know. They tell you not to eat glue and not to smell markers, but
and then you sent them. What do you think's going to happen?
You sent them and then you hand them to children.
Yeah.
So
hand them to kids, hand them to adults. It doesn't matter. We all are going to do the same thing.
I think this
is blueberry.
Okay. I think this one's... Yeah, I think this one's supposed to be orange, but it really doesn't come across with much of a scent.
Just a little bit, yeah, very light.
Anyways, we have recently picked up coloring books in a lot of our Dollar Tree hauls, and I thought since these were really fine tipped markers, I was going to get a couple to try, and I picked up one of each one, which they had the purple and black set, the orange and blue, and then the red and green. So I'm excited to play around with those, and especially now that they're scented, I'll be sniffing my coloring book. Why not? I already sniffed paperbacks. Might as well.
Okay, so what do we have next?
Right.
Oh, you've got a couple more things here.
Yeah. Next on my list is, I wish they had more colors of these, but I only saw the one set of colors, is by Ink, and it's Dual FX. These are 3D markers. They literally have two pinpoints inside of them. I'm actually going to open them up so you can see. But I thought that this was going to be really fun to play around with, just something to get creative with. You see there's an orange one and a blue one.
Oh, wow.
So
that's going to be interesting to play with.
Yeah, so I thought I just wanted to get it to play around with, and I thought with my calligraphy books that I've recently gotten, these would be really fun to work on calligraphy with. Yes. And so that's why I picked these up. That was pretty much the only reason. So the only colors that they had was this one set of two, and it is dark blue and orange. Sorry, dark blue and orange, and a light blue and green. So would have been
to be fun to play with.
Oh yeah, I kind of wish there was a purple one, maybe like a purple and a red. That's kind of what I was looking for, with a purple and a red. But anyways, I picked those up to play around with. Next item I have was, I might have picked up one of these or something very similar before. This is a to-do list, very similar to what I just told you with the do now and do later, but this is smaller. So this is like for individual days.
I was gonna say, this could go for
it
your
is
desk
the
or
AM,
something.
PM, and reminders and notes at the bottom. And they're all tearaways from each other. So you can tear the two notes off here, from this page, and from each other. So I thought that was really cute.
That is.
Help prioritize, this is what I gotta do before lunch, and this is my afternoon after lunch. And the last item that I have to haul over here with all the office stuff is a little binder. And of course, as we sit down to film, Alice goes, "Why did you pick up another one of these? Don't we already have several?" And the answer was yes, we did. Correction, yes, she did.
I'm using them.
So I use this. I have used one before for receipts, but this one, my green one, is the one I use when I'm working on one project for a book, and my mind keeps going in left field and coming up with other ideas for another book or a series or whatever have you. It's going off in left field, and I cannot keep up with the notes. I want to get them down so I don't forget them. However, I'm also notorious for forgetting where I put my notebooks.
Or if you're like me, you've got at least 15 notebooks with stuff in them, and
and so I'll write half of one note in one notebook and then the other half in another, and then I forget where I put one of those or where I put the other half of the note. So for me, I just like putting it on like little cards, which I've bought many of those at Dollar Tree, jot the note down, and then I file it away, and each series that I'm working on or each book I'm working on in my head while I'm working on the other one gets filed away into one of these.
That makes sense.
It's just a way that I don't lose my notes.
That makes sense. It's a good idea.
So yes, we had plenty of these. She had plenty. Mine, the rubber band piece was breaking, and so it was time just to replace it and get a new one. So my green one always stays for my notes, because green's my favorite color, aside from black. And I can't find this in black. But green holds all my writing notes. Usually blue holds my receipts. If you're ever looking for my receipts, go look for the blue one, not the green one.
I'll remember that come tax time. So the other thing that we found was a whole bunch of flowers. And you might be going, "Alice, these are not fall colors, honey." I know.
Just like in the previous video, we're Christmas wrapping paper shopping in September.
Yes. I went ahead and got these because they were so pretty. And you never know what Dollar Tree is going to have in the spring. They might have these, they may not. While they had them, I decided to go ahead and get these because I am doing wreaths. And right now I'm doing fall wreaths, but I'm going to put this away. And, you know, in a couple months, I'll start making some spring wreaths.
So at this point, are you at 2 totes or 1 tote for extra flowers?
I'm at 1 tote right now, but it is crammed full, so I'm about to go over to a second tote.
So we have taken all the flowers that she recently bought and got a huge tote and are stacking them in. And now, as she just informs us, we're getting ready to start on number 2.
Yep. But let's show some of the results from some of those flowers. So these are the 2 latest wreaths. I'll go ahead and let you show yours first.
I really like how full this one turned out. It's just nice and poofy and fluffy, and the sparkled purple pumpkins just give it a nice little flair.
Yes.
I love that. Of course, these are all, most of the time, sitting above us on the bookcase, but you can't see above it right now. To stay out of reach of Guardian, because he, as you might remember, he likes to go after the little berries.
And this is, now I made both of these just this week, as a matter of fact. I'll bring it back a little bit. So, but I thought these things have turned out so cute, and it's so relaxing. I find it very therapeutic, and it's a way of me releasing.
Well, I wonder why you would find it therapeutic, because you take a pick
and
stab it into the wreath to make a hole for the flower. Why at all would that be therapeutic?
I have no idea.
It's okay, folks. I'm keeping a close watch on her. We're not ready to hit the red button yet.
But that's the reason why we have so many flowers, because it's amazing how fast they go once you start making these wreaths.
Yeah, it doesn't stay. They don't last as long as you would think they would.
No, not at all. Not at all. You're probably using every bit of, I'm going to average out about 7 or 8 of these, groups of flowers in each one of those wreaths.
Okay, but again, you're getting all your materials at Dollar Tree, and at this point you can even get a glue gun and glue sticks at Dollar Tree, and you're going to have a total of $10 to $12 within a wreath, and that's it.
And that's it. And it's something beautiful for your home. And
exactly. You're making something. You know, a lot of people get confused on some of the prices between what you could make at home versus what you could buy. And when you're doing it this way, you can definitely buy a wreath, or the makings for a wreath, a lot cheaper than you will buy a wreath. Because I believe even the lowest that I've ever seen at Walmart is like $25. And you're only putting in 10 to 12. That is a good deal.
I would imagine, 10 or 12. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Depending on
if your glue sticks and all like that. So yeah. And you can get the supplies to make a wreath for every season, every holiday.
Which is exactly what I plan to do.
You can even make enough for one a week in the year. And you're still going to pay, at that point, not less than a professional wreath. You'd be right at the top.
Probably, yeah.
If you make one for every week.
Yeah. Although I would hate to have to store all those wreaths.
Yeah.
No, let's not do it. Let's not change it out weekly. We can do it season.
Okay.
Season and holidays. How's that? Okay, I can do that.
Sounds good.
I can do that. Okay, so this ends the video for the day, folks. We hope you enjoyed everything. Please remember, first and foremost, that we are authors. We depend on you, our fans, to get us through. So,
and stay tuned at the end of this video for a little surprise clip.
Yes. We are going to be releasing a new book.
Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice. It's coming October 5th.
Yep.
So until next time, have a great day.